Hi everyone, this is Folk Project Television, and I'm your host, Joe Guzza. I can't believe we're at the end of another year. It felt a lot like this year would never end, but time marches on regardless. And here we are in the middle of our holiday season. Hanukkah just ended on Friday, and Christmas is only 5 days away. And the New Year is coming right on its heels. So to put a bit of holiday spirit in the show, I'm going to be bringing you some original music to celebrate the holidays. I have stuff from Stephen Arout and Elise Perrine, and we're going to also give you a new song from Chrissy Roberts. Be sure to stick around to hear her doing her new pandemic year song. Now, I live in Hunterdon County, and I'm part of its active senior community. Specifically, I belong to a group of musicians and hobbyists with a love of music and a love of making friends. And during normal times, you remember those, don't you? I barely remember them, but anyway, if it weren't for the pandemic, we would gather at the Senior Center in Flemington, New Jersey, and every Friday afternoon for 2 hours for a session of gab and lots of songs. And since the pandemic doesn't affect how much we love to sing, one of our members put together a weekly Zoom meeting to allow us to gather, and despite the virus and its antics, we could still get together in a virtual manner and sing our songs. Now, over the last few years, we held an annual showcase, and that would bring music to other community members. We put on a concert in the meeting hall at the senior center down in the basement, and this year we couldn't do that, not without putting everybody at grave risk, which we certainly don't want to do. So as an alternative, we decided that we would do a virtual showcase. So 13 of us contributed 17 songs, which I put into a movie and made available via the internet. We released it on December 15th. And it's on YouTube now. And for anyone who wishes to watch it, if you want to hear some old folks having fun, you can do so. And I'll provide you the URL here on screen. And it should be running right in this area here. So go to that YouTube, write it down now, and you can go to that YouTube channel after the show. I think you'll enjoy it. There's quite a few good songs in there. Now, do be warned. We are not professionals, and we are an all-inclusive group. As long as you can play a song from beginning to end, regardless of how well or badly you play it, it doesn't matter. We're going to let those people play with us. So you're going to hear songs with different levels of competence and skill. Of the 17 performances, we also have 7 original songs. And one small note, if you watch the show, you will see that we dedicated the show to one of our members. His name is Jim Finfinis, and Jim passed away earlier, toward the end of the year, but our loss of Jim, we decided to give him a little nod to his talent, skill, and friendship, and dedicated the show to him. Now, the showcase does not have a holiday theme, so you're not going to hear any holiday music in it. Still, we have some crazy talented people jamming. So give the showcase a listen, and I'll bet you find more than one tune that makes you happy. The brother and sister songwriting team of Stephen Arout and Elise Perrine have been writing songs that celebrate the Christmas holiday since 1998. And Steve told me that Elise contributes most of the lyrics, while he provides music, vocals, and a few of the lyrics as well. Now, this first song is called Christmas Eve. And Steve said, and I'm quoting, "Elise and I always enjoyed Christmas Eve more than Christmas Day. When we were kids, our grandparents and uncle would stay overnight at our house, preparing Christmas Day dinner and watching over us while Mom and Dad went to midnight mass. My grandfather was always responsible for making his famous stuffing, As we grew older, of course, Christmas Eve took on a more reflective and sometimes bluesy mood. End quote. Now, this is the first holiday song that they jointly wrote, and the inspiration for the song came from their experiences of having their parents come home for dinner each Christmas Eve, come over to their house rather for dinner each Christmas Eve in the apartment that he and his brother shared. And one would hear old Christmas standards playing on the stereo while Steve's brother cooked dinner. Finally, on Christmas Day, the family would gather at Elise's home. Sit back, let's listen to this song.
It's Christmas Eve in this great big city. Holiday time, kids tucked in bed. I'm hurrying home, gotta clear my head, color my world with green and red. I'm wrapping up some last minute wishes, thinking about a Christmas past. I'm settling in, watch the fire grow, Christmas carols, hanging mistletoe. It's Christmas Eve in this great big city. Holiday time, everyone's in bed. It's time for hope, a time for cheer, looking towards a bright new year.
The song Santa's Sleigh was inspired by childhood Christmas memories that Steve's had. He said he and his two brothers and sister would have to wait upstairs in their bedroom until their parents were awake before they could head downstairs to open presents. Must have been like torture. Steve recalls his dad was the photographer and filmed the holiday with his old 8mm camera and then later on his Super 8 camera. It was their Christmas morning tradition. And the song is one of Steve and Elise's favorites. Let's listen to it.
All the kids were in their room. Morning just won't come. Mom and Dad still sound asleep. All the special things are done. Do you think that they're awake yet? Do you think it's okay if we went down to take a look to see what's on Santa's sleigh? Hoping we can fall asleep before he arrives. Christmas wishes pass through the night, keeps awake our sleepy eyes. Do you think that they're awake yet? Do you think it's okay? If we went down to take a look to see what's on Santa's sleigh? Do you think that he would mind? I don't wanna be asleep. I just wanna go downstairs and grab a little peek. If I see the stockings filled, all the cookies are all gone, then I'll run back to my bed, pray the night was quickly on. One by one we take a turn, asking Mom and Dad, is it time to head downstairs to see if we've been good or bad? Do you think that they're awake yet? Do you think it's okay if we went down to take a look to see what's on Santa's sleigh? Do you think that he would mind? I don't wanna be asleep. I just wanna go downstairs and grab a little peek. If I see the stockings filled or the cookies are all gone, then I'll run back to my bed, pray the night moves quickly on. Christmas tree is standing tall, tinsel's all around. Dad sets up his camera and lights, give the sign for us to come down. It's time to come down. Now we know that they're awake, and now we know it's okay to go down to take a look to see what's on Santa's sleigh.
Let's Go Dancing on the Roof is a fun song that celebrates the arrival of the holiday season and Christmas. Imagine, if you can, Santa finishes delivering gifts and toys and he would stop in their town and join the people of the town partying on the roof with everyone. It sounds kind of cool to me, doesn't it? Sound pretty good to you? What an excellent idea. Maybe we can get him to do that. That's something worth exploring. Anyhow, let's give the song a listen.
This winter town's gone so oh so crazy. Santa's team is coming here. He picked our town for his rooftop party. A different town for every year. Santa's done with his midnight run, and he's stopping here tonight. The sounds of bells ringing oh so crazy as he lands in the village square. The music plays and the people dancing, Christmas lights flashing everywhere. Santa's done with his midnight run, and he's stopping here tonight. Let's go dancing on the roof, dance with Santa and his crew. Let's go dancing on the roof and see the dancing reindeer too. The midnight bash is in its final hour. Santa sings his favorite song. The church bells ring from the distant tower as the crowd all sings along. Santa's done with his midnight run, and he's stopping here tonight. Let's go dancing on the roof and dance with Santa and his crew. Let's go dancing on the roof and see the dancing reindeer too. Let's go dancing on the roof, dance with Santa and his crew. Let's go dancing on the roof and see the dancing reindeer too.
You know, I love Steve's description of this next song. He says, and I quote, "I love performing this song with its strong rock beat, and I always envisioned Bruce Springsteen performing this during one of his holiday shows in Asbury Park." And parenthetically, he adds, "Hey, maybe someday he will." Steve, wouldn't that be about as cool as you could get? You never know, though. Word might get out to him as a result of this broadcast. Don't forget to invite me to the show if he decides to do the song, because I'd love to see it. Anyway, for your listening pleasure, here is Steve's song called "Santa's Got a Sleigh Full of Goodies." Hope he's bringing some to us.
It's time to get going. The reindeer waiting for you. Grab your shoes, your hat, and your gloves. The sleigh's been filled with goodies, the present for the girls and boys. The children are waiting for morning for their toys. So hurry, it's time to get moving. Don't take long, 'cause Santa's got a sleigh full of goodies. Santa's heading out of town. Yeah, Santa's got a sleigh full of goodies. Santa's gotta make the rounds. Come on, Santa. Santa, jump in, it's time to get going. The snowflakes are starting to fall. Bring your shades, your map, and your pen, and the list too. The list of names is completed. Checking off the good and bad. Writing down notes and addresses on his golden pad. So hurry, it's time to get moving. Don't take long. Oh, Santa's got a sleigh full of goodies. Santa's heading out of town. Santa's got a sleigh full of goodies. Yeah, Santa's gotta make the rounds. Yeah. Mrs. Claus is waiting for a kiss goodbye. The elves are anticipating Santa's yearly Christmas ride. Yeah, Santa's got a sleigh full of goodies. Santa's heading out of town. Yeah, Santa's got a sleigh full of goodies. Santa's gotta make the rounds. Come on, Santa! Oh, yeah! Come on, Santa!
Our last song today is an original coming from Chrissy Roberts. She titled it Pandemic Year. I wonder why. Chrissy sings about what we've experienced these past 12 months. Now, the images you're going to see have nothing to do with the lyrics. They're just pictures of Chrissy at various places and in various poses. And I kind of imagined them as I put them into the song as a replacement for not having a video of her performance. Please go to Chrissy's website. You can also purchase all of her offerings on the many streaming platforms available through the internet. And those platforms include, but may not be limited to, Spotify, Amazon Music, iTunes, Apple Music, and YouTube Music. They may even be on Pandora. But for more information about Chrissy and her music, go to her website. You can see her URL down on my chest down here. Now, Chrissy also promised to come to the show next year in 2021 to discuss her music, and maybe we can learn a few other things. I'll see what I can coax out of her about all things to do with her. Until then, however, here's Chrissy Roberts, one of the Folk Project's performing members, incidentally. with her latest song.
Merry Christmas, baby. Happy New Year, too. This year has been so crazy, but I'm still standing here with you. We haven't seen our family. Let's get them on the phone. Maybe another glass of wine and we won't feel so alone. Let's bundle up at home. And Christmas time feels so different, and I'm inclined to hold on tighter. Hold me close, calm my fears. All we have is each other through all this loss. It's one another. Simple is beautiful in a pandemic year. Please light the fire. It's getting kind of cold. Warm us, inspire us. Better days will unfold. We need faith and hope to hold. And Christmas time feels so different, and I'm inclined to hold on tighter. Hold me close, calm my fears. All we have is each other through all this loss. It's one another. Simple is beautiful in a pandemic year. Remember all the lives that were lost. Let's say a prayer. And thanks to the people who were there, who showed their care, healing for a world that is hurting. Christmas time feels so different, and I'm inclined to hold on tighter. Hold me close, hold me close. All we have is each other through all this loss. It's one another. Simple is beautiful in a pandemic year. Ooh, dry your tears. Simple is beautiful in a pandemic year.
Well, that's all for today's show. It's also the last show for the year 2020. We will return on January 3rd with more music, musings, and mystical meanderings. How's that for fancy alliteration? In addition to music and chat with Chrissy Roberts, which I said earlier, 2021 will be bringing you an interview with Steve Benson. He will be providing us with some songs as well, and you may not know Steve. He has been working on Broadway and has had many other projects for years, so he's been around for a while, and I promise you that one's going to be a great show. Very exciting. I wish all who celebrate Christmas a most splendid day, and of course, Happy New Year to everyone. Remember that even though some of the new vaccines are out there for COVID-19, it'll take a long time before it gets to most of the population. So keep those good habits going. Let's make sure that if you go outside, you wear a mask. If you are near anyone, make sure it's at a reasonable social distance. And be sure to wash your hands for at least 20 seconds or longer. I want to make sure that we don't keep those viruses from passing to other people and being left on surfaces. So the more you wash, the better it is. Now, I hope that the end of the lockdown comes sooner rather than later. And I urge you not to wander out there too soon, because we know what's going to happen. You made it this far, so don't blow it now. Until January, I hope you stay safe and healthy. And as I say at the end of every show, may peace be in your heart. Thanks so much for watching. See you next year.